Hello students. So now we will discuss chapter 1, review your learning for class 7 A, B and C 3 sections. So according to your book, it's page number 15, review your learning, answer in one word. Number 1, plant tissue located at the base of nodes. The answer is intercalary meristem. Plant tissue composed of long, narrow and thick-walled dead cells. It will be sclerenchyma. Minute spaces in which bone cells are present, lacunae. Cartilage cells, chondrocytes. And straw-colored fluid surrounding the body cells, lymph. Number B, identify the error in the given statement. Circle the incorrect word and write the correct word. So first number 1, the cells differentiated to form organs. So in place of organ, the answer will be tissue. Number 2, simple permanent tissue is made up of similar cells that perform different functions. So in place of different, the answer will be common. Xylem and phloem are simple tissue. So instead of simple, it will be complex permanent tissue. Number 4, epithelial tissue is also known as solid connective tissue. So in place of epithelial, it will be skeletal. Number 5, a long bone is hollow and its cavity is filled with many lymphatic vessels. So instead of lymphatic vessels, there will be bone marrow. Next, number C, match the columns. So the answers are written here. So collenchyma, it will be your petiole, lateral meristem, circumference, skeletal tissue, bone, fibrous tissue, tendon, and involuntary muscles, stomach. Next, answer in short. 1. Define tissue. Tissues are groups of similar cells performing specific functions. Number 2. What is the function of meristematic tissue? Its main function is to trigger the growth of new cells in young seedlings and the tips of roots and shoots and forming bud. Number 3. Classify permanent tissue with the help of flowchart that we have discussed later. Number 4. Name the 3 types of epithelial tissue. We had already discussed this answer with our at-length questions. Question number 5. What is blood plasma? Give its composition. Blood plasma is a straw-colored fluid part of blood. It consists of water, proteins, glucose, inorganic salts like sodium chloride and sodium bicarbonates, RBC, WBC, platelets, etc. Answer in detail of review your learning. 1. What are meristematic tissue? Explain its type. The tissue which is made up of group of cells that divide repeatedly to form new cells are called meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues are of 3 types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, lateral meristem. Apical meristem. This tissue is located at the apex of roots and stems. It is responsible for increase in length of the plant. Intercalary meristem. They are located at the base of nodes where leaves are attached and the regions of internodes where cell division occurs for longer time. They are responsible for stem elongation. Lateral meristem. This tissue is found along the lateral sides of stems and roots. It is responsible for increase in their circumference. Next, question number 3, we had already done this question. Explain types and functions of connective tissue proper. So once we have done, no need to do it again. Number 4, write a note on nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is present in the brain, the spinal cord and the nerves. It controls the body functions and is made up of long nerve cells called neurons. Each neuron consists of a cell body called cytone and a long thread-like structure called axon. The cell body contains nucleus and many small thread-like branches called dendrons, which further divide to form dendrites. Neurons join together and form the nerves. The diagram we will draw from your page number 8, figure 1.16, a nerve cell. Question number 5. What are muscular tissue? Explain its type. Muscular tissues are of following types. Voluntary muscles. These muscles are under our control. These muscles are attached to the bones and help in the movement of bones. The muscles of arm and legs are voluntary muscles. Involuntary muscles. These muscles are not under our control or will. They are present in the internal organs of our body such as stomach, intestine, lungs and urinary bladder. Cardiac muscles. These are special type of involuntary muscles found only in the heart. They show rhythmic contraction and relaxation which helps them to pump blood to all body parts. Next, draw the flow chart to classify the following this permanent tissue. This is the question of short and precise. So, permanent tissue is divided into simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue is divided into supporting tissue and protective tissue. Supporting tissue is further divided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Complex permanent tissue is divided into xylem and phloem. So the same question is given in your review your learning. Question number 3. The answer will be same. Next, number 2 was connective tissue. So connective tissue is divided into connective tissue proper, skeletal tissue and fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper is divided into areolar tissue, fibrous tissue and adipose tissue. Skeletal tissue is divided into cartilage and bone. Fluid connective tissue is divided into blood and lymph. So here we have finished our first chapter, question and answers and review your learning. Thank you.